And if you haven't yet, you might want to close your eyes. And with eyes closed, we can go in and listen to our inner voice, but we also, in some ways, can sense the body a bit more. We're going to take some time to sense our body in space. Every toe, the ball of the foot and the arch, the heel. And it's okay if there's a part that's difficult to feel or sense. If when you notice there's a bit of sensation, we don't need to stay there for a long time if it's uncomfortable, but just seeing how we can sense the body without looking at it, just by being in it fully. Sensing the ankles as we just take gentle, loving breaths in and out of this body. Sensing the calf, the muscle, the bone, the shin. Noticing if there's any holding. Noticing how it feels. If this part of the body feels held, how it feels to be held. Moving up to your knees. Just sensing the knees, they bend and straighten. So just noticing what position that they're in. Noticing how they're supported or how they support you. Moving up to the thighs. This strong, amazing muscle. Strong, amazing bone here. And with each inhale and then exhale, could you send some love to these major muscles, these major bones that carry us where we need to go? That love could be in the form of words, but it could also be just in the form of a feeling. I like your softness. I love you. You can relax and let go now. If you forgot about the breath while you were there with your thighs, maybe coming back to it, in and out of the body, and noticing that those thigh bones connect up into the pelvis. You have the whole pelvic bowl, the hips on each side. So much of the whole body is rooted around this part of your body. The trunk of the body comes up, the legs spring forward. It is another heart, another center. So as you breathe into this space, again coming back to that sense of expansion, and then as you release, letting the body soften, find a gentleness. And if there is anything that this part of the body could receive with gratitude and care, send it to this part of the body. And next we move up to the womb space. And all of the internal organs that are here, so important. If you want to place your hand on your low belly above the pelvic bone, or on the mid belly, somewhere between the belly button and the pelvic bone, see if you can send love and gratitude here. Imagining that with each breath there is expansion. And then there's a softening. So much is processed food, any toxins we're exposed to. So much is processed here. The nervous system is really connected to this part of the body. So letting it know that we're here together and we're resting. And a deep appreciation, a wave of love for this part of the body. Moving up above the belly button in our scan of the body, we have the diaphragm, we have the solar plexus, we have the lower ribs, which are often forgotten. And with each breath, can you feel this part of the body expand and contract? The deep, low part of our breath. There's so much elasticity here, ability to bend and stretch and move. And now we move with gentle breath. No need to strain or make something different. Just noticing this part of the body that might get forgotten between all of those important organs and then the upper rib and heart. Sensing the back of the ribs, the back body, the sides of the ribs, the front of the ribs. Expanding and contracting with each breath. And the heart. Moving blood everywhere it needs to go in the body. Notice the gentleness and the awareness brought to this part of the body. Notice if touch from your hand feels like it brings your attention there, or if you just want to feel the movement of your body and breath. Ever so gently and slowly bringing attention up to the shoulder blades. Noticing where the collarbone and the top of your arm all connect. And maybe giving yourself a bit of a different breath that expands this upper part of the body. And then lets it release, soften, find weight. So much protection here with all these bones around these important organs. Letting them rest in this moment where there is nothing that we need to be worried about, just present with the body. And sensing the arms from the shoulders down to the elbow to the wrist. How do they move with each breath? How do they soften at the joints? How are these parts of the body held right now? Coming all the way down to the wrist, into the palm of the hand, all the way through each digit of the finger to the very fingertips. Sensing this part of the body that can grasp, that can hold, that can do and make, that in this moment is just allowed to be. And now sensing the neck, the spinal column that goes up the back and into the skull. With each breath, letting those very hard-working muscles soften. Know that they are noticed in this moment. They can hold on a little bit less. And now all of the face and the head and the very tippity top of your skull. Breathing in, feeling a bit of expansion. Exhale, let there be release. Inhale, a bit of expansion. And exhale, let there be release in the jaw, in the brow, in the eyes, in the scalp. And now envisioning that whole body held, soft, loved. And stay here with your body, listening for anything that you've received. When you're ready, you might want to come to your journal to reflect on this past lunar cycle. What have I learned this cycle? Is there anything that wants to be witnessed or celebrated that is shifting, changing, transforming, that I want to be witnessed? What would I like to carry with me into the next cycle?